What up, guys? Here we are, Saturday afternoon. Just got done watching Texas play Ohio State. Just want to give a little instant reaction here. I think that, of course, Ohio State wins 14-7. Arch Manning looks disappointing, to say the least. I think, obviously, in hindsight, the hype train was a little unnecessary and premature. I don't know what that whole sidearm thing was, but he was just like slinging it in their sidearm. His intermediate passing game was weak. He was overthrowing and underthrowing receivers consistently. And he did have a few deep balls late that were put right on the money. Even one that was dropped in the end zone was put in the only place he could have put it. And so there were flashes of good. But you could tell based on the play calling, too, that the coach was trying to protect him, and they just didn't have a lot of confidence in him. I know this was really his first time to start on the road or to even throw a pass on the road. So, it's to be expected. So, I don't want to give the guy too hard of a time. The thing is, the hype train. It was so annoying to have to hear about how Arch Manning's going to go number one in the draft, and he's like the second coming of Peyton, can he become that? Can Arch turn into a number one pick? Of course he can. The guy's not a horrible player, and I'm sure he's not going to perform like he did today on the road in his first career start at Ohio State against the top 3 team in the country. I'm sure he's not going to perform like that every week, right? He's going to get better. He also had a whole new starting offensive line in front of him. So I'm not sitting here trying to be really negative on Arch, okay? I'm just saying I'm glad that maybe this hype train will slow down and we can kind of reevaluate. Obviously, Jeremiah Smith, who also didn't have a great game, but Jeremiah Smith and Cade Klubnik are my kind of picks to win the Heisman. And, that's what I think. On the Ohio State side of things, I was pretty impressed with Sayin. As far as being a game manager, not making the mistakes, and hitting a few throws when he needed to. Both of these quarterbacks were not overly impressive. Neither of these quarterbacks look like first-round draft picks right now. But, of course, Sayin's young. So, overall, Ohio State looks vulnerable to me, even though they just beat Texas. I think that their defensive line lacks depth. I think they were getting a little bit tired there in the second half. And I think the young quarterback plus the lack of depth on the defensive line could give them problems down the road, especially against like Penn State. And the Michigan game is always a toss-up, of course. And, it feels kind of, this, even though Ohio State's going to come out of this being a clear number one, it feels wide open right now. And so that's my overall instant reaction of Texas and Ohio State. Have a good one.